What up gamers, Fencer here, and welcome to my reaction to Shadowverse Worlds Beyond Heirs of the Omen. So yeah, today is actually my birthday, and I guess as a present from Shadowverse, we got the reveal of their third card set, Heirs of the Omen, which from the name, it looks like the Omens are coming back here. So yeah, let's go take a look at their reveal trailer, and then we'll take a look at the new features and cards that comes along with it. So here we go. All right, side games. Let's go side games. Let me see my present. What do we got?
Humanity sought out glory.
Okay, who's this?
Humanity
See a piano.
prayed for prosperity.
Okay. I'm
Wish
guessing she's
granted.
like Rune or
You shall
Portal.
face the trials. You chumps will soon
This guy looks like maybe Shadow or Rune.
that
I'm trying to guess their
resistance
class
is
right now.
futile.
No, okay, he's got a bit of red, maybe
The
blood.
inheritors of their
Oh
will.
no, wait, no, that's gotta be Rune.
Weavers of your pathetic destinies.
Wait, isn't like? Hey,
Yes.
look at that. What the heck is that?
Bow before us.
So I'm guessing these are like the new Omens
Arbiters of
coming in,
weal and woe.
like from the old ones. Hey, there's that guy, the one. I remember you.
Are the heirs of the Omen's
So these are the
dead.
heirs.
Shadowverse Worlds Beyond.
Okay, that's very interesting. I can definitely see the heir of the Portal Craft, if that is it. Because isn't I think her name was Lishena?
You thought
Wasn't
the
she an idol?
trials were over?
So I can see that one other one being the heir. All right, here we go, guys. Heirs to the Omen. Let's go and check out their cards first. So looks like we're beginning with Swordcraft here. There's no Forestcraft as of the reveal for this. But here we go. We got Senkiro, Heir to Usurpation. Fuse loot cards are now making an appearance here, because I don't think they've been here yet in Worlds Beyond. But back in Shadowverse 1, you would get these cards, the loot cards. You can either play them to give like buffs to your followers, or you can just fuse them with specific cards like these over here. Fanfare, deal X damage to all enemies. X is the number of differently named cards fused to this card. Okay. I mean, if I remember back in Shadowverse 1, like with the different name loot cards, if you were to use them, like I would maybe remember just maybe 3 or 4 of them, like in total maybe. Super Evolve. Replicate the effects of this card's fanfare ability. Okay. And this is to all enemies too, so even like the enemy leader too. I think it's okay. I think the Super Evolve is where you really want to use this card, just to make the most out of the damage. Because like, yeah, I'm just not sure like the amount of, like just the amount of loot cards that you can have. And also you gotta make sure you fuse them too, so it's not like, you know, right away and stuff. That you can deal damage, you gotta make sure you fuse it to this card over here. But yeah, definitely very interesting. I think I would need to see just the amount of loot cards that you can have, and just like maybe how easy it is to get those like into your hand, and then being able to fuse to this guy here. But yeah, it's just a guy in a suit. He looks pretty cool. I like the purple. Yeah, purple's my favorite color, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so now we got Runecraft, Vilharia, Heir to Truth. I kinda miss Ryo, dude. He looked so cool. But now we got Vilharia here. Draw a card, select an enemy follower on the field, and banish it. That's for just the normal evolve. Super evolve. Banish all copies of it on the field. Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about the super evolve. It does feel very situational. I mean, it might be good for like, you know, like just imagine that one card, like, you know, like the multiple like swordcraft cards that can like summon those like knights, like the steel-clad knights with the wards and stuff. But yeah, you can like probably banish them like very easily, but I don't know. I think the evolve is like good enough. I'm not sure if I would, you know, use the super evolve just because it sounds very situational. Like yeah, I just rather have it be more like this over here, like with the evolve. I feel like the copies part feels very situational. to me. But yeah, there's her evolved form. Yeah, I thought maybe she would be either Rune or Portalcraft here. But no, I think the other one with the mic that was like on stage, I think she will be Portalcraft because um, the original Omen, which was the Shenna, I think she was like an idol or something, right? So I can definitely see that being like the heir. I can definitely see that. And I just realized, so yeah, this is very different. It's not like carrying over any traits, I think, from like Ryo. Because like with Ryo, like he's the Omen of Truth. And then with his effects, he would be like just that he would just like reduce the cost of cards in your hand or deck. I forgot which one. Or like also spell boosting too. But yeah, pretty much he would like just try to reduce the costs of the cards in your hand or deck. And this is pretty much like nothing related to that at all. So yeah, that's very interesting. Like pretty much it's a very different effect. I think with Swordcraft here, I think at least Sinkero over here, Sinkero, is very much reminiscent of like the one back in Shadowverse 1, like the Omen of Usurpation. Okay, yeah, very interesting with her. Hey, what the heck? Galum Galmex? What? Okay, this is an actual like Omen, like back in the first game. But now she's Ardor Manifest. So yeah, they have a mix of the the Omens from the first game and also the Heirs as well over here. Oh wow. So yeah, we're probably gonna get like Ryo as well coming soon. It does make me wonder, cause like, you know, I'm trying to think back. I do think like the Omen of Usurpation did have like a very similar effect to this. But like because it's so different here with Velharia, will the effects be different for Ryo? Or like not for Ryo, for the Omen of Usurpation here. Will it be different for her? Because like I'm just wondering if they'll like try to keep like similar abilities or not. I guess we'll find out when that happens. But right now we got Galmex Ardor Manifest, gain Crest, Galmex Ardor Manifest, Enhance 7. Give this follower Storm. Once on each of her turns, when this follower takes damage but isn't destroyed, deal 3 damage to a random enemy follower. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much like what she's like back in Shadowverse 1. Here's the crest. Once on each of her turns, when an allied follower takes damage but isn't destroyed, add Fangs of Ardent Destruction to your hand. And then we can see it over here too. Deal 1 damage to all followers. Okay, so that's how you do it. So you get this pretty much. And this crest here is like unlimited, right? There's no counter. Like, yeah, there's no like countdown. Okay. Well, yeah, that's pretty cool. I imagine that, you know, once you get this card out, you probably have like a lot of other cards being introduced in this card set that would work with this. That would be like similar with this effect, where if this follower takes damage but isn't destroyed, then this will happen. I'm guessing like a lot of other cards will be like that too. Just like how I predict in Swordcraft that they will have like a lot of like loot cards like that'll be given to you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, I'm just really curious how they're gonna make the effects of like the omens. Yeah, the original omens and the heirs over here. Because yeah, like I said, from my memory, I think that's very much similar to like the actual omen of usurpation. Now we got Abysscraft, Shamnacha, Heir to Entwining. Reduce the faith. What faith? Reduce the faith of faith. Shamnacha, Heir to Entwining by 10 to give it increase the number of modes you can select by 1. Wait, this is so confusing. Faith is new. Super Evolve. Select an enemy follower on the field, destroy it, and add a copy of it to your hand. Okay, I think I kind of like that. It does feel very situational. But like, you know, if you can take like a very powerful follower from their field and add it to yours, I think that'll be pretty awesome. Just imagine like getting like You're just getting like ether. But like does ether like require? Yeah, does it require like only Havencraft followers though? I'm not sure. I kind of forgot. So this is the new keyword faith apparently. Is it faith or is this a crest? I'm guessing it's I'm guessing it's a crest. Let me see the wording on Galmex over here. Oh, it's like crest, but now it's called faith. Like just the way they like name these. Okay. And the number of modes too is very interesting because the modes is like in the modes is like the amount of options you can choose, right? So wait, can we have like multiple options then? Like it'll increase? That is very interesting. I'm not sure like or will this like be like a repeating thing? Like you choose a mode once, right? Like either like let's say either draw a card or increase your HP by 1. Does that mean that you can choose it again? Like given the choice again? So you can like choose 2 times? That's what I'm guessing. I could be wrong. Whenever you select modes, increase faith by 1. I need to see this in action. It's very interesting. And by the way, I remember from Gallium X over here with the related cards. Do we have any related loot cards here? No? Okay, I was just wondering about that. Okay. Yeah, I think I need to see this one in action because I'm not really sure what to expect from that. Dude, Marwyn is back. Oh, heck yeah. And he's still skinny. But yeah, back when he was first revealed, like he was like very big. And then like during his retrain, he got like really buff and skinny. But there he is, man. He's back. That's really cool. Um, let's go see the effects. Add a torrent of despair to your hand, which banish a random enemy follower from the field. Advance the counts of all your crests by 1. Mmm. I like that. I like that for me. So it looks like this might be more based on the retrain version. I'm trying to remember back in his original version. I think it was very different with the effects, right? Could be wrong. But when you evolve this card, gain Crest, Marwyn, Despair, Manifest at the end of your turn. If allied followers didn't attack this turn, oh my gosh, I kind of missed that. Dude, I would play this card a lot because I thought it was so cool that you didn't attack this turn, and then like this effect would happen. Deal X damage split between all enemies. X is the number of crests you have. Okay, interesting. You would need to build up the crest then if you really want to be effective. Okay. I mean, for me, like thinking back to like how I play my crest, like on average, I would have like, I guess if you don't count Havencraft, like I think right now with like Wardhaven, I would get like maybe 2 crests probably, maybe I think 1, no 2. You got Grimnir and what's his name, Wilbert. So I would have 2. I feel like if you really want to maximize your damage, you would need to max it out to 5, right? I mean, 5 is already pretty powerful, and that's to all enemies too, so even the enemy leader. I'm going to guess this card set is going to introduce more crest, so that you can make that a lot easier to get to 5. But yeah, I can definitely see this being very powerful if you can get up to 5. Yeah, I can definitely see that. I think this card sounds pretty good to me, but I would need to see the other cards that they introduce, because maybe it might be a bit too hard to get to 5 crest. I mean, right now, you can use Wilbear if you still want to go Wardhaven, but in case if that doesn't, go well, because I mean, this guy doesn't have wards, so I'm not sure the synergy there. I mean, there's a synergy with the crest, but also you got Grimnir too. Grimnir's also not a bad option. I feel like he can pretty much be fits with any deck because he's neutral. Oh, Lishenna. They showed her here first before the other one? I thought the air they would show here. Okay. Fanfare. Add a melodious monody to your hand. So yeah, with her, from what I remember, I don't really play her much, but I remember from some of her effects, was that she would like summon two things, like two amulets, right? Like one like white and black amulet. And I'm gonna guess this will be, what it is over here. So when you play her, you get this card into your hand. Select an allied card on the field and destroy it. Deal 4 damage to a random enemy follower. But yeah, I'm guessing destroying the allied card in the field would be the main part of it. Can't be destroyed by abilities. But when you evolve this card, you summon a white Psalm New Revelation, which I'm guessing is this. So you would destroy this here, restore 1 defense to your leader, summon a Black Psalm New Revelation, which is over here. Last words, deal 1 damage to the enemy leader. Okay. And then also summon a White Psalm. Okay. So yeah, you just pretty much go back and forth with these two over here. I don't remember exactly the effects of like Lee Shenna from the first game, but I do remember like it just involved these two over here. I'm not sure if it's like exactly the same. At least from my memory, I do remember just like the effects over here, or like the cards here. I think both will be summoned on the field somehow. I'm trying to remember back. I could be wrong, but this time we got like a back and forth here, which is pretty cool. Okay, I mean I think it's okay. I don't know. I'm kind of like thinking about like how effective this will be. I mean, this is pretty great. 4 damage sounds pretty good to me. But like 1 defense and 1 to the enemy leader. I need to see like how that flows in battle. I can't really tell with this card right now. Yeah, I can't really tell with this card on how it's gonna work. Okay. And yeah, very interesting. Okay. I need to see this card in action, like in the battles. But yeah, sometimes it can be hard to like, tell about these cards to see if they're good or not. Um, but yeah, I think so far, I can definitely see Kiro be very good. I imagine that there will be a lot of loot cards being played. Um, I'm not sure about her. I feel like her effect has no relation to Ryo at all. It's just a banish with the evolve. But yeah, I'm not sure about this card. I mean, the evolve is the best thing, I would say, just the normal evolve. But yeah, I think as like in relation to the omens, I don't really get it. Um, but yeah, this one also feels pretty good too. Like with this crest, I imagine other cards will have similar effects with the, take damage and stuff. Let's see with her. Yeah, this one I need to see in battle because I don't really understand the faith at all. Yeah, I think he'll be really good. It depends on like how many crests you can put out. But yeah, with her, I'm not really sure. Hey, Miria Bane, great manifest. Yeah, he's the one. Add a great testimony to your hand. Select an enemy follower on the field and destroy it. Okay, just straightforward. Sounds pretty good to have, just like in your hand. But yeah, if I remember his effect from the first game, pretty much he would like give you buffs if like your deck is like I think only 1 copy of each card. So like you would need like to have or maybe have at least unique cards, like maybe at least 30 or something. I kind of forgot the exact effects, but you would need to have like unique cards, like less copies, more, you know, I guess single name cards and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna guess his effects will be like that. Or I think also on the field too. I kind of forgot. I think he also has effects on the field where if they're the only one on the field, they get effects. But yeah, we'll see how they tackle with this here when we get to read it. Evolve, get the crest. Which yeah, that could be really good for for Havencraft already. When you gain this crest, replace your deck with a Myria Bane deck and transform the Reaper card at the bottom of your deck into a victory card. What is a Myria Bane deck? What? This is like our new Cocytus. At the end of your turn, discard all cards not named Great Testimony and draw 6 cards. What is a Myria Bane deck? Oh my gosh. I think it's too hard to tell if this is good or not. We don't know what a Myriad deck is. They're not giving it. Dude, I can definitely see this being kind of crazy or fun. Dude, like, just like already, like, maybe on turn 4 or 5, you can just replace your deck already. And then, like, you would need to work with this deck to get to the victory card. I'm just wondering if, like, the Myriad deck will be weak, but, like, your goal would be to, yeah, to get to the victory card. Because, yeah, turn 4, like, already. I feel like that's, like, how you're supposed to play this deck. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm really curious about this. I don't know what to expect from this at all. It's very vague. We don't know just how powerful the Myriad deck is. I'm kind of curious to see what that looks like because I'm going to guess the Myriad deck. I'm going to guess each card is going to be unique. It's just going to be one copy of each card. That's what I'm going to guess. That's what I feel like that's what makes the most sense. Well, yeah, that's pretty cool. I think I like this because it can be kind of annoying just to have like unique cards for like a deck, like only one copy of a card. I think this is what this deck is supposed to be over here. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, there you have it, man. You know, some cards it's kind of hard to tell if they're good or not. I think we need to see, yeah, we need to see like the Miribane deck. We need to see more of the supports for these cards over here. But yeah, it's really cool to see the Omens back into this game. Um, you know, a lot of the cards, even like before, seem to be related to the Omens. Like, we had like, what was her name? I forgot her name already. But like back in the first set, the Legends Rise, we had a couple of cards over there that were like related to the Omens back from the first game. Like with Amataz, um, the one Ralmia, that's her name. I've been trying to think about her name. Okay, yeah. And then I think in the second set too, Infinity Evolve, Wilbert was also related to them. Like I don't know the lore of these guys, but I know like, you know, they're like related to the Omens. But yeah, kind of curious to see like more of these cards. And now, yeah, I will now move on to like if there's any other like, you know, updates, like new features, new stories and stuff. I'll now go ahead over to that. Okay, as I was trying to find their link to their article for any like news or updates to stuff, I found this over here where the new keyword Myriad Bane deck. The Myriad Bane deck is a 76 card deck containing each card from Heirs of the Omen. So yeah, like if you remember the effect, like at the end of the turn, discard any card that is not Great Testimony and draw 6 cards. So like I guess if you try to do the math really quick, like 76 divided by 6, like let's say you don't do anything, it looks like if you round it up because it's a decimal, it would take 13 turns just to get to the Reaper card. I would imagine like some cards over here might help like draw cards, but it does feel very slow. I mean, we'll see. Maybe the point is not to get to the victory card. Maybe it is just based on like, you know, this deck over here. And yeah, the deck here contains a card from Heirs of the Omen. So like, I'm just wondering how good will that be? Does that mean that the cards from like each of the classes maybe? Because yeah, he is neutral. I'm guessing he's supposed to be, you know, in combination of all classes in a way. This deck might be a bit risky if it is like that. Just like having maybe one copy of each card from each class from the set. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. It might feel a bit too like, um, you know, a bit gimmicky. I'm not sure just how to feel about this right now. We need to see just how this plays out because it might be good, it might be bad. You know, 76 cards is a big deck, and you might not draw cards that might not synergize with each other. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I found another one. We got Faith now being described properly here. At the start of the match, Faiths are put into the same area as the crests next to your leader. For each unique card with a Faith in your deck, you can have up to 5 different Fates at a time. Each Faith has its own Faith value. Okay. I'm guessing it's like a new UI element because they said it will be next. No, no, no. It'll be put into the same area as the crest next to your leader. Well, it says area. I'm trying to think if they're actually using the crest slot or like, is it a new UI that they'll put around the crest area? I'm not sure. But yeah, you can have up to 5 different fates at a time. Okay. And yeah, I guess we'll have to see that in battle. I'm still kind of confused about the whole mode thing. I want to see like how that works out. Okay, so that's funny. They're actually doing some card reveals that is not from that website that we just looked at. So we got Layer of Usurpation, Engage, destroy this card, select a mode to activate, add a Gilded Blade and Necklace to your hand, or Gilded Goblet and Boots to your hand. And we have the effects here in the replies to this tweet. So yeah, we got this here. So Gilded Blade, isn't that the same art from the first game? I guess, it makes sense. They've done this before too with some other cards, like the Enhanced Puppet and stuff. Um, Select an enemy follower on the field, or the enemy leader, and deal 1 damage to it. Yeah, this is not the same effect, right? This is new. This is a new effect. Yeah, dealing 1 damage is pretty crazy to the leader. I think this might be a good card already. The Goblet restores 2 defense to your leader. Select an allied follower on the field and give it 1 attack and rush. Or do the same but defense and ward for Necklace. Okay, so I think these are like enhanced effects from the first game. Because yeah, I guess I don't remember some things. Like I don't remember giving attack. Maybe just a rush, or maybe just either one. Like it's got to be one like from the first game. Yeah, I think this might be pretty powerful too. Like a good way to finish things off. I feel like if you were to fuse cards, you would probably like maybe keep a couple of copies of Blade maybe, or you can just use it at the end to like finish them off if they have like ward or something. Yeah, I feel like Blade might be the most valuable one here. I mean, this one is also pretty good too, like to your leader. Just imagine having a lot of those. Wow. Yeah, okay. I can definitely see the loots being kind of crazy here. I feel like this might be an actual good archetype in Shadowverse Worlds Beyond here, but I guess we'll see and find out. Okay, so I tried my best to wait for the patch notes, but as of me recording this, they haven't released it yet. So yeah, if they release it, sometime before this video, I guess I can't cover it right now. But yeah, it's just not here right now. Only for the Shadowverse Online Championship, 2025 August. But yeah, I'm not really into that right now. I just want to talk about the new set here. So yeah, if that's really it, then I guess that'll be it for this video here. And now I turn over to you guys. What do you guys think about this card set? Do you like it or dislike it? Love or hate it? Let me know down in the comments below. I mean, yeah, so far, some cards look very interesting. Some of them I feel like I gotta see them in the game to know like what they're like. But yeah, for some cards it can be hard to tell. I think right now my favorite card so far would be Marwyn. Probably him. I feel like he might be pretty good. But also, there's also that Swordcraft card too, the new Heir of Usurpation. That might be pretty cool too. But yeah, some other ones, I think are okay. I think the Runecraft one, I like the Evolve effect. The Super Evolve, not so much because it feels very situational. But yeah, the other ones though, they seem pretty good to me. Maybe Lishena. I don't know. That one, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Because, restoring 1 defense to the leader, I mean, it sounds okay. But also, like, dealing 1 to the enemy leader. But that can only happen, like, if you can, like, destroy the card. And, yeah. But if you can't, you gotta wait every other turn. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. It might feel like a bit slow. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, guys, yeah. That'll be it for now. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good